Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your reading for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. So, shocking to me that it's pretty much October already. I don't understand where the year went and all the time. And, I think like most of us, we just kind of put one foot in front of the other and keep going one day to the next. And then pretty soon the year is mostly over again, or partly, So anyway, I guess that's one thing we can definitely count on is time to continue, right? And so every minute, they're just feeding me this right now. Every minute is a choice. How do you want to feel in this minute? And so whenever you think about that, notice how you are feeling. Is that actually how you want to feel? Or do you want to just change that up quick? You're like, right now, just change it. It's always your choice is what they're telling me. Okay, let's see what the reading is telling us today. Looking pretty good. Okay, so there's something that you've got on the go, or you're wanting to start it, or it's a new thing. It's maybe a relationship. It's a change in a relationship. It's a change in living style is what they're saying. I don't understand what that means, but maybe you do. Something like that. Maybe change in jobs. So you'll notice that there are synchronicities. So if this is the right thing for you to do, then things will fall into place. And okay, there's kind of splitting this. It's like do you have two things that you're considering? That's how it feels. You've got a choice here. You've got this way, or you've got that way, and one of them you kind of know in your head which one you want, but you're still waffling over that, is how it feels. You're still, for some reason, not really acknowledging what it is you actually want, or what it is you actually think is going to be the best for you. Because this isn't a thinking thing. I know the word I just used is think, but it's not that. It's a feeling thing. It's an intuitive thing. It's how your gut is reacting. And so of those choices, that is, for some of you, it's even more than two choices, but for many of you, there's two choices going on here. And so the one that has the synchronicities, that just easily leads you on that path, that makes it so that it isn't hard work, that's the one to follow. The other one with all the obstacles, or the things that for some reason you just can't, you're dragging your feet, and there's nothing logical about that. There's, a lot of people would say, oh, that's definitely the better an avenue to do. But you're sitting there going, I'm not convinced. And so there's no harm in just waiting a little bit. But the other avenue seems to just be the easy one too. That's the one where things are falling into place. That's the one where your gut, this is the thing. You just haven't acknowledged that yet for some reason. And so then when they talk about the other one, they say, no, conditions are not favorable right now. Yeah. It's right now. It may change in the future, but for right now, this is not going to be to begin with, would not be an easy path. And secondly, it would not serve you. It wouldn't serve the purpose that you are hoping it would do, is what they're saying. Wait, or look into other options, and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. Yeah, definitely. There's always guidance, right? If you're not sure, don't do anything that it can't be undone, is what they're saying. So, take some steps toward it. Like my friend says all the time, when there's an opportunity comes and they think that would be a great thing, or they want it for some reason or whatever, then they start taking steps toward it. And as long as they're getting a yes, then they take the next step and the next step until they get a no. And then they're like, okay, this is not how it's supposed to be. This is not for us, right? And so, you know, in whatever way this no is coming to you, like right here, right now, is one of the ways, right? And it feels very much like you know, you already knew, yeah, that's not right for you. Just so many people have been encouraging you, and that's a great thing. You want encouragement, definitely, but it's you we're talking about. We're not talking about anybody else. The people who are encouraging you, they're welcome, you know, to do their own thing, for sure. But and you know, if it was them with this choice, that's what they would choose, and that would be perfect. But for you, this isn't the perfect choice. Okay, all right, because the other, whatever the other path is, the other option is the one that's smooth and easier and definitely beneficial to you once you're going through it and in the end result. Okay, all right. So have faith, and trust. So when you have something going on and you're asking your angels for assistance, and you're asking for guidance, and you're just not sure, and you're feeling kind of flustered, maybe you're fearful about something, or, you know, things like that, have faith that you're making the right choice. Because, you know, every moment, like I said at the very beginning, the first message they gave me before the cards were even out, every moment is a choice. And so, you know, the same thing. Keep going as you're getting a yes, and then the next step, and another yes. And keep going until, if you get a no, then that should make you stop for a bit, pause, redirect, reflect, you know, reevaluate the whole situation, right? And have faith that you know what you're doing. Because you do. Yes, you do. Okay, I can hear you. I can hear your thoughts saying, oh my gosh, I do not know what I'm doing. Yeah, you do. When you go minute by minute and really feel into what you feel like and how to do it, and you just do the next little thing and the next little thing, you know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, you do. Yeah. And so also have faith that when you're communicating with your angels, because it's a whole team, right? And they don't know how to steer you wrong. It is possible sometimes for you to override what they are giving you as guidance. And they would, you know, they try to keep you on the right track. It's possible for you to misread the signs or not hear them, or whatever the case may be. But they're working all the time to keep you on the best path for you. So if you are asking regularly and often, and you're making your minute by minute decisions, chances are you're going to be on the right path. And you can have faith in that. You can trust that. You can know that, like, whatever your life goal is, and that was determined by you before you came here in physical form this time. You chose this. So whatever that is, whatever the events that are happening in your life, and whatever path there is available to you, was all chosen before. Now you have a lot of choices for in between, how to get between those major events. And so that's what we're talking about, your path, right? And so you could, from here where you are today to your next major event, you could have an absolutely straight, free, open path. You could have a path that does this with lots of rocks and trees and whatever else in between. The choice is yours. Either way, you're getting there. Does that help? Have faith. You're always going to get where you're going. Because you have to. You don't get it. Like in that part, you had a choice, but you've made it. Right? Okay. All right. So, new romance is imminent. How are you feeling about that? Are you looking for a partner? Then yay, right? Do you already have a partner? Then this new romance is a deepening of what you've already got. Yes, it's a more understanding. It's getting more on the same wavelength. It's connections in ways that you have not yet experienced. So every relationship, no matter how new, fresh, or old and stale, right? And okay, that made an implication that old is always stale, new is always fresh, and that's obviously not the case all the time. However, no matter what kind of time and effort and love has already been invested in this relationship, there is always more, deeper to be achieved, to be looked for, right? It's never finished. You never finish growing, and neither does your partner. And so when you can grow generally in the same direction most of the time, then you can get to know each other even better. Because everybody's changing, right? Like you think you knew this person 20 years ago or whatever, but they've changed since then, and so have you. And so there's new things to know about yourself so that you can get to know them more. Yeah, and it feels very much like this is all reciprocated right now. So your partner is also interested in getting to know themselves more and you more. It feels like for a lot of you, this partner is feeling very vulnerable and is scared to admit what they perceive to be shortcomings. Perhaps it's what you perceive to be shortcomings in them, right? And so the more the open communication can happen, the more the love can flow. And, you know, the love leads to understanding. The love leads to forgiveness and acceptance, right? And that's what makes a really great relationship. So if you keep those things in mind, always try to be patient with each other and understand where the other one's coming from, and try to help the other person understand where you are coming from, because the communication is really a key thing here. And so, like I said, it does feel like both sides here are reciprocating, maybe not to the same extent. It's okay. It's okay that progress is being made. So this is the important part, right? Yes. And so for those of you who are not in a relationship at the moment, you can look around and see who's around you and see who feels delicious, right? and take some steps. Be bold. Yeah. There may be shy, right? But you don't have to be. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Patience. Just like what we were just talking about with your significant other, with yourself, with the world around you, with the way things turn slowly, you know, the wheels are slow, all those things. Have patience. As my beautiful friend Penny said one time, just always have patience. You will never regret having patience. Yeah. Now is the time to learn and study and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So, yeah, don't rush everything, right? Enjoy the learning, whether that's yourself or about somebody else or about a topic or, you know, a profession or whatever the case may be. Every day we're learning, and just embrace that. Embrace that. Okay. And here, all of this, you know, making your choices, knowing what's right for you in your gut feeling, and, you know, having the people around you to come with you and to have this beautiful life together is amazing. And then when you have all that and all the faith and everything else, you have all that, then you can really be free. And so this feels very much like this is you knowing yourself, knowing what you like, knowing what's right for you, and feeling very free in that knowledge. Knowing that you are beautiful and perfect exactly how you are. And that's no matter who's disagreeing with you. It doesn't matter. You are free to be yourself. Yeah. Yeah. And so when you sit there and kind of go, I haven't been on an adventure in a long, long time, you're free to go have an adventure. Yes, you are. So, right now there's some world restrictions and things like that. And it feels a little bit like that's part of this energy. But your angels want you to know that, like, a lot of that you can't control, but you can work within it to satisfy your own thirst for adventure and your own need for new experiences, right? So, find what you can do within the governments and things like that that are placing restrictions. There's a lot. There is. You can go hiking and rock climbing and picnicking, and you can go to the park, and you can go, I don't know, you can go lots of places. You can do lots of new things. And so just find some of that new, and that will help you to feel free, as well as help you understand that you truly are always free within yourself. Okay, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, so let's grab the daily guidance cards and see what is one final bit of wisdom that our angels want us to know today. Oh, I thought I had it there, but it poked itself back in. Okay, hang on. There we go. Giving and receiving. So giving and receiving, and this is, with this relationship again and this romance, that giving and receiving is a balance. The balance is within you. Yeah, the balance doesn't really have anything to do with other people. Like it does, but it doesn't. The balance is within you. What do you feel that you are giving in any given day or week or month? And what do you feel that you are receiving? It doesn't mean other people are giving. It means you are receiving. So you can receive the beautiful sunshine. Nobody had to give you that, but you get to receive it, right? And you get to fill yourself up from that. There's also times when people are giving to you, but you're choosing not to receive. Right? And so trying to make sure that in loosely a month or whatever, that the amount you're giving is about the same as the amount you're receiving. This is not stuff. It's not even love, really. It's service. Right? And so when each individual, as we feel that we can be of service to someone, it feeds us. And it helps us feel good, because that's the whole goal of all of life, all the time, for every person, is to feel good, really. And so when you're giving, you're feeling good. And so then if somebody else wants to give to you, please learn how to say, oh, yes, that would be beautiful. Thank you. Because that makes that other person feel good. And then it keeps you in balance when you receive. Yeah, because we're all working together, right? Okay, so Aquarius, let's build some energy here. And let's just send a whole bunch of love to everything. So this globe that I have here on the shelf, let's use that as our world. And let's send love to every person. And all the water and all the food and the earth. Let's send it to all the living creatures and all the living objects, the trees and the rivers, the rocks. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Aquarius, I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you. Excuse me. It's dry air in here. Let me try that again. I want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. And I'll see you next week.